On the road today at Itawamba Community College. It's graduation spring 2023. We are pleased to welcome the mayor of where we are here, Fulton, Mississippi, Emily Quinn. Mayor Quinn, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I was excited.
It's a great day here at Itawamba Community College. Enjoyed visiting with a couple of students and, of course, Dr. Jay Allen, and saw all the families and the students here in the Davis Event Center where we are. Big day for them to receive their degrees.
Yeah. Great accomplishment.
Yeah, it's awesome. So it's got to be a sense of pride for you as the mayor to have this fantastic institution in your midst.
I tell you what, ICC is a blessing to Fulton. For it to be located right here, we count the students as tourists. So and not residents. So I mean, when they leave for the summer, it's pretty much like a ghost town. But we love their enthusiasm. I've got a son that's a student at ICC, so it's just really fun to see these kids come here and really develop their personalities and their likes and dislikes, and to watch them go out and do good things in the world.
And it's a beautiful campus too, isn't it?
Beautiful. Yes.
It's awesome. What's going on here in Fulton? How are you doing these days?
Well, we're doing great. We just got a $2.3 million grant, which was the match funds for ARPA to repair and redo a lot of our infrastructure when it comes to utilities. So that would be water or wastewater, and it's desperately needed.
Yeah, and this is something that requires constant attention.
And I can't tell you the last time we've had a total revamp of all of our pipes.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are the terracotta or clay pipes.
Wow.
So they're collapsing, which is causing sinkholes and dirty water, and it's just not good.
Yeah.
So we've got to make it better for the residents.
Do you ever have city council, alderman?
We do. We have alderman.
Yeah. Okay. Do you ever have a meeting of you and the alderman where you don't discuss that? Don't discuss infrastructure.
No, it's constant. If it's not pipes, it's roads. It's something constantly. Yeah.
What's your elevator pitch? Why would someone want to live here in Fulton?
I think it's just very important for us to recruit and retain, especially the students that come to ICC. And I was actually locking up the office a couple of weeks ago when I was working late, and there was a gentleman walking around the courthouse square with his daughter, and he came up and he said, "Do you mind if I ask you a question?" So we got to talking, and finally I said, "Well, who are you?" And he told me, and he said, I grew up in North Mississippi, went to school at ICC, moved off, got a family, and then when we started looking for places to settle down, I swore I'd never come back to Fulton. He said, but we love it here. It's just
awesome.
It's a safe city, to raise your kids, great school system, and of course, with the community college here, they don't have to go far, and you can still keep a good eye on them.
And you've healthcare. You've got great healthcare facilities, institutions as well. It's always figures into it. What about your financial status? How are you looking there? Is the city in good shape?
We are looking great. We did not get any relief money for taking a loss of revenue during COVID.
You did?
All of our numbers went up.
Really?
Which is really crazy. And they are continuing to climb and climb and climb. We're about to have a special election for pennies for parks, June 6th. That's going to be a really important election because that's going to be a 3% additional tax on restaurant prepared food. So it'd be even at the grocery store through their buffet line. And that could potentially give Fulton $700,000 a year. So you think about what that could do for our parks, for our recreation, for our tourism. We did have it last May, and we lost passing the vote by 2 votes.
2 votes?
2 votes.
Wow.
It hurt. It hurt so bad.
So is the additional 3%, is it earmarked specifically designated for the parks?
That's
for that purpose?
Yes, specifically for the parks, recreation. I would like to have a new welcome to Fulton sign. As you enter Fulton, just so people know, hey, we're a cool town and we are open for business.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot you can do too for beautification. I mean, really, we take out of our general fund probably $150,000 each year just for our parks, for our city ballparks.
Okay.
So you look at that money that we would generate from the special tax going to the park, that would really put some relief on our general fund that we could use for paving roads or
Sure.
a lot of maintenance issues.
Yeah. So are you looking to construct some new parks, new facilities, or just upgrade, maintain existing, combination?
Right now, I would like just to update and maintain what we have. But now our ballpark, I would love to do a total revamp of that. It's
see.
really old. It's not very well put together. It was like, let's add a field here. Oh, well, look, we've got the space over here, so let's add one here. Now they have the clover, the clover fields with the one concession stand and bathroom in the middle. So you don't have to run your kids here and there and everywhere. You can really be centrally located.
Okay.
And then that would give us an opportunity to host more ball tournaments too, which would bring a lot of revenue to the city.
Sure. Are there any economic development projects in the works that you could talk about?
We're getting a tractor supply company.
Okay.
And it is going to be a really big building, over 20,000 square feet. It's going to have a gardening center, and it will have dog washing stations, which I will utilize. And so we're just really excited for that. We're also getting a Waffle House. And I've heard possibly Zaxby's in 2 years. So
Waffle House, that's huge.
I know. So, yeah, all the college kids will love that.
Absolutely. What about residential developments, housing, and the like? Anything going on there?
That's one problem that we do have. We have more and more young families moving to Fulton, but we lack in housing units. So we have put out little feelers to construction workers or development or, developers that hopefully they'll want to build houses, and they have started building houses here and there because it's hard to recruit young families if you don't.
No place to live.
Right, but now if we get new parks, a half-mile radius outside of that park, your house value, it increases.
Yeah.
So, there's just so many benefits to passing pennies for parks, and when you go eat at Tupelo, you're paying an extra tax that goes to their children or their park. So it's just important for us to utilize it here.
When's the vote?
June 6th. If you're going to be on vacation, June 6th, you can come on and see me in City Hall, and we can get the absentee ballot filled out.
How do you feel about this round? You said you lost by 2 votes.
I feel very confident this time. I feel like before, people just really didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And possibly we didn't get the word out enough. So I'm really starting to kick off a campaign. FL Crane, they are sponsoring the campaign to get it passed. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, and let's move Fulton forward. I'm ready.
We spoke to Representative Donnie Bell earlier in the program, and coming up next is Senator Daniel Sparks.
Oh, yeah.
Anything you want to tell those guys that you need from the legislature?
Let me tell you what, we are blessed with those two. They work so hard for us in Jackson, and they're fighters for us too. And we would not have half of the funds that we've acquired since my term being mayor. This is just my 2nd year.
Okay.
But boy, they really put out for Fulton and Itawamba County.
Are you planning to run for re-election?
I am right now, but I still have 2 more years. A lot can happen in 2 years.
I understand. Anything in particular you'd like to see from our legislature that you could benefit from?
They're always looking for funds to help us. If I say we need South Adams Street repaved and it's going to cost $1.7 million, they're looking for the funds that or grants that we could use, to help that, to make it happen. Because, when people come into a city and you don't have good infrastructure, pretty roads, it really puts a hurting on you.
Yeah.
So,
conversely, if you do, it's attractive.
That's right. That's right. You don't want to plant a seed in a garden that's full of weeds.
I understand. Great. Well put. Mayor Emily Quinn of Fulton, Mississippi, has been our guest. Thanks for coming on, Mayor.
Thank you.
Appreciate
This was
it.
so much fun.
Congratulations on a great day at ICC.
Thank
Right
you.
in your
Yes,
town.
congratulations to all of our students, and come back to see us.
Absolutely. Mayor Emily Quinn from Fulton has been our guest. We're stepping aside for a break on Middays. Half an hour left in the program. Coming up next, Senator Daniels.